Welcome to the first edition of MCTV Sports 101. I'm Kyle Stafford.
And I'm Billy Ingle. We're excited to have you tuned in to the first edition of MCTV Sports 101, and we have some popular sports topics to discuss today.
Well, let's get things started with Commissioner Adam Silver recently commenting on possibly changing the Hacka Player rule in the NBA. Billy, what's your take on this?
For those who don't know, the Hacka Player strategy is whenever an NBA team will foul the opposing player without him having the ball. So he has to go as a poor free throw shooter and shoot some shots, and which that doesn't always end up working out for the right team. But when you talk about changing this rule, it's all because of four players: Andre Drummond, Dwight Howard, Clint Capella, and God, who am I forgetting?
DeAndre Jordan of the Clippers.
DeAndre Jordan of the Clippers. So these four players are superstars in the NBA, minus Clint Capella. They're superstars, and the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, he wants to change the entire ruling for these four players. Now, in my opinion, if you're an NBA superstar, you should be able to make your free throws, am I right?
Right.
And if you can't make your free throws, every person that I've been told, they go into that gym and they keep shooting until they make 100 out of 100 free throws.
Well, you know, they said DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were in the gym practicing free throws all last year during the finals. Obviously, it didn't show up on the court. I agree with you. I think the rule shouldn't be changed for four players. But I think as a fan of the game, I think it does need to be changed in a way because I think it takes away the pace and the flow of the game. But as a coach like Popovich, I mean, I understand his strategy for fouling Howard. You want to take the superstar out of the game. And when you do it like that, but I mean, I'll go back. 69% of the 300 intentional fouls so far in the year have been against three guys: DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond, and Dwight Howard. Okay, these guys shoot 54%, 35%, and 41% from the line. You get paid millions of dollars. All you gotta do is do one thing, and that's go to the line and make a free throw. I'm not a great free throw shooter, but I'm pretty sure I can shoot better than 35%. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you put me on the line, take 100 free throw shots, I think I can make 35, and that's just from going to the gym at the rec. Moving on to the NFL, Johnny Manziel has found himself in more trouble this time as he is under investigation for possible domestic violence against his ex-girlfriend. Kyle, your thoughts on this and if he'll ever play in the league again?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying a big no. He's never going to play in the league again. If I'm a general manager, I don't sign him, not just because he has the outfield issues, but his on-the-field play wasn't as spectacular as well in Cleveland as they hoped it'd be. Look, he's been in trouble before. He's went to rehab. Obviously, it did not help. And people have tried. They've reached out to help him. He refuses to help. And if I'm as a GM, I don't want to take in this guy. Another domestic violence case in the NFL. This time, Johnny Manziel rupturing his girlfriend's eardrum allegedly. So, you know, something like that again. January 30th, he was also arrested with his girlfriend for another argument in the car. So, I mean, he's getting in trouble continuously on and off the field. You know, Mike Pettin never really liked him in Cleveland. Obviously, Mike Pettin's gone now in Cleveland. Hugh Jackson is the new coach. But I think maybe as a player in the NFL, he might have had something if a coach would have been willing to build an offense around him. You look at Cam Newton in Carolina. They built the offense around Cam Newton. A lot of people did not think Cam Newton would make it as an NFL quarterback, and he played in the Super Bowl, of course, Sunday night. So I don't know if Manziel could have been a player. I don't think he will be now because of all his off-the-field issues.
Yeah. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say no. He is not going to be in the NFL ever again. And not only along with all these off-the-field issues, as you said, yes, there is some production there. Yes, there's some talent. I mean, if he was put into an offense that runs his skill set, I mean, you could possibly see where his future could have been. But like you said, man, the willingness to not comply with the help that everyone wants to give him, it's not putting him in a right spot. And the fact that continuously he keeps repeating these actions thinking that his talent is going to put him somewhere in the league, it's just not true. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, he's arrogant. He's arrogant. He's
That's
not afraid to say he thinks he's good. And look, he was a great talent in college. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. But I just don't think he'll make it anymore in the NFL because a general manager I wouldn't take the risk if I was them.
I wouldn't either.
Well, now moving on to our weekly tech topic, the Red Raiders will take on the number 14th ranked Iowa State Cyclones tonight. Billy, what do the Red Raiders need to do to get a win? And moving forward, what do they need to do to make either the NIT or the NCAA tournament?
To win tonight's game versus Iowa State hasn't put up less than 70 points all season except for 2 times when they scored 62 against Texas A&M and lost, and they scored 64 against Oklahoma State in a win. Other than that, they're putting up almost 73+ every night. If Tech wants to win tonight, they are going to have to score the ball and make shots. Defense is going to be there regardless. Tech, night in and night out, they plays great defense as well as anybody else in the country. But if they want to win tonight against Iowa State, they're going to have to make some buckets.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, Tech has really struggled on the offensive end, especially in conference. I mean, if you look at it, they've only scored over 73 times in conference. 2 of those have been losses. The main one was a win at home against Texas to open up conference. Look, they went on the road at Iowa State. It was a 2-point game with about 4 minutes left. They played tough, ended up losing by 7. They did upset Iowa State a year ago here in Lubbock. Of course, Iowa State without center Jamil McKay, he's been suspended again for this game, and he was a big reason Tech lost that game. He had a great start when Georges Niang was out with foul trouble. So for Tech to win tonight, Todger Gocher, he's got to make some threes. He's been big for Tech this year, but when he struggles, so is Tech. And Devontae Williams, he's their leading scorer, has really struggled in conference. If he can break through tonight and really the rest of the season, Tech has a good shot. It's not over. They can still make the NCAA, but you got a great chance to get some wins. You got a home game tonight against Iowa State. You got a home game next week against Oklahoma. You got a road game at Baylor this week. If you get a little trio here, trifecta, you know, Tech's got a good shot. I think they're definitely an NIT team. I mean, if you look at it, 7 of their 9 losses to 10 or less points. And of course, 6 of 9 of those were against against ranked teams. Excuse me. And the Big 12, you're going to get plenty of chances to get big wins night in, night out. But a player I like, Justin Gray, I think if he can have a big night as well,
great young talent.
Great defender too. And Zach Smith, he's been big lately as well since Lawrence Eliase has gone down. But this team has the making. It does. It really does.
I agree.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for joining us for the first edition of MCTV Sports 101. Join us next week for the latest big name stories in sports. I'm Kyle Stafford.
And I'm Billy Ingle. Till next time.